Side of Jersey podcast.
Ugly Steven.
What's going on, guys?
Hello.
How y'all
OGBs.
feeling?
Good.
Yeah,
It's a good time off right now.
it is.
Yeah.
I'm off for a week, so
How was everybody's holiday?
it was good.
Good.
It's very good.
I think it's good. Finally chilling. It's my first Christmas without snow, but I ain't tripping. It's good.
Do you miss snow? Be honest.
Nah, I don't
Yeah.
miss seeing
No.
it. I miss seeing it though. Yeah, I miss
You-
seeing it though.
You are a Jersey boy, bro.
Facts.
Nah, bro, that shit's annoying to clean up though. You out
I
there
have mixed
struggling in the
feelings.
morning, glasses be fogging. Nah,
Facts. Yo, for real, with your
Nah.
body heat and then it'd be cold and it just like doesn't work
Yeah.
out.
Yeah,
It
that's a
doesn't.
I was saying the other day how I miss when I was a young boy. Like when you're a young boy. It's me and my mom in the house. I used to shovel snow. She used to help me when I was a young boy. Now, you know what I mean, she sit in the crib the other day. I was shoveling snow, bro. She looked at me through the screen door and just gave me a little thumbs up. Because
Shout out to you.
God,
Bro, you tweeted that.
that shit hurt my soul a
That shit
little
was
bit.
hilarious. 'Cause
Yo,
I
that
just,
is
I just, I
funny
just
as hell.
pictured your house.
That
And
shit
I
hurt
pictured
my
your mom
soul,
in the
bro.
window, just like with a cup.
Yeah.
Thanks, son.
Cleanup is definitely rough.
Yeah, I was
Peace.
never shoveling snow, so
Yeah, because you had so many brothers.
okay.
That's fire.
Yeah,
That is
it's
fine.
lit.
great.
That's gonna
Facts.
be. I think so. I want daughters. I think, or a daughter. I'll say that. But that's gonna be as not shoveling because I definitely don't think I want my daughter shoveling snow.
No, I mean my brothers definitely be
Yeah.
making me do shit.
Yeah.
Don't
I think-
don't get it twisted.
So I think if I
'cause
made my
they not
daughter-
sweet.
So I think if I made my daughter shovel snow, it would be more for like cute purposes. Like
Yeah.
she was like if she wanted to just come out and help and be like whatever. But I
Right.
would never want to like my dad
Go
relied on my
shovel.
help to go shovel snow.
Yeah.
Right.
Like my dad wouldn't start until like you feel me. So it's
Yeah.
like or he would, but like he expected me to be out there. You feel me?
Right.
I don't want to like expect my daughter to be outside shoveling snow.
Nah, I be trying to help, but once I fall, it's over. I'm going inside.
Mhm.
You're welcome.
So it's all good.
You guys are
It's
doing
not
you guys
for
are
me.
doing you guys are doing Jersey wrong.
Who?
You've been doing Jersey wrong your whole life.
Yeah, that
If you don't-
shit
Are you
is
saying
old.
me?
If you don't appreciate the snow.
I do appreciate the snow. I said I have mixed feelings. I love the snow, but now that I can drive in the snow, it's kind of like
Yeah, that shit done up.
Yeah.
Cleaning
The
up
global
and
warming
then
fixed all
driving
that
in the
shit up
shit.
though.
But like when I say like I fuck with snow, I'm saying like I think I said this before, like I love snow for like a snow day.
yeah.
Yeah, facts.
Like obviously I
I
want to be
do.
driving in it.
Like
you
I
feel
would
me?
love
Like,
to go out and just have a snowball fight. I want enough snow.
I feel that way about rain though too.
I love rain.
I don't want to drive in it, but I'm in the house
Yeah.
I enjoy rain.
laid up.
That shit.
Nah,
I just
rain
enjoy
could
it.
beat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rain
Yeah.
could beat it. I'm good.
He said rain can beat it. Damn.
What?
Bees just want the
we don't
sun.
need the
I-
negativity, okay?
The rain is so calming. I love thunderstorms too, though. I don't know. I like it all.
Yeah, they're peaceful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's what I think.
Be-
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Bees went to the West Coast and got bougie on us.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I should give away your location. I ain't gonna do that though.
We just gonna say you're West. You enjoying the sun.
Yeah, just wanna
You feel me? Super sunny. I'm not dealing with none of that snow nor rain, bro.
I wish
Fuck all of
I
that.
wish a fucking Fed came to the door
Palm
right now while we was
trees.
doing this podcast and asked me
Chilling.
where you were.
yeah.
You know
I got the drop on you.
Right.
Nah, Ivan about to be chilling out here too. You
Yes,
feel me?
sir.
Right.
I'll be
We about to
out there 7 days.
We about to see.
Nah, maybe a little more.
Don't convert him to a West Coast bull. All right.
Mhm.
Nah, you gotta stay true
Shit.
to your roots.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
It's gonna turn to this side of America.
Yo,
All right,
for
Steve,
real.
you saying all of that, bro. Wait till you come out here, bro. I'm trying to tell you, it's different.
No, it's so. You know what's crazy, bro? I definitely appreciate West. I have nothing against it.
Yeah.
I just think I like snow and rain a lot more than like the average person.
Right.
Like for example, even if I think about where I want to settle, like if you're like right now, where could you settle? Like in a realistic way, like okay, you have your family, your job, where would you settle? It would probably be in Jersey or like Pennsylvania,
Right.
like right over here in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. I don't. I'd be trying to play Jersey, but it's definitely like an ideal.
It's
I want to say
fire.
ideal
So fire.
family place, but like it's definitely a good state to raise like your family. I like the weather consistency. Like I like having all the seasons.
That's
No.
fair. Yeah. No, that's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair.
So, but I do love summer and spring. Boo.
It can't be that climactic because you're hearing it coming like 10 seconds
Yeah.
ago.
Right. Well, you were just mad dramatic. Like,
Yeah, no.
ooh.
We gotta come up with it and make that more
You could just like
ominous.
do it. I don't know.
All right. Well, without further ado,
Yo.
finish that bar. A love letter came through the mail. It said, "I miss you." I
I
ripped it up and
flush with a tissue trying to get.
Thank you.
It's big.
They set me
yeah,
up,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Nah, I got it. Bees. I thought Bees was going to at least chime in on it.
Bees,
Wait,
what's
what's
that
that, John?
song?
What's that
Emotionally
John?
scarred.
Yeah, there you go.
It's called.
I couldn't even tell you the name of it. I just
When
know
the
the word.
piano
of
comes
it.
on, bro, it's just like, oh.
Wait.
Whose
Who's
song
singing
is
See if
it?
I can actually play it on.
It's Lil Baby.
It's Lil Baby.
Oh.
Oh,
Well,
Love letter
The
came through
piano,
mail.
like,
It said,
drop
I
in the
miss you.
beginning is so
I ripped
peaceful,
it
you're
up
just
and
ready
flushed
for a
with
good time.
tissue trying to get-
Shout out to whoever made that beat.
shout out to them.
Listen to a drop. Listen.
Let me hear it.
Ready? It's like, yeah, he about to rip it.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Maybe some people just don't appreciate Lil Baby the way they should. When do you look in the mirror when we play this game? At what point do you look in the mirror and say, "Hey, maybe I'm living under a rock"?
First of
start
all,
expanding
I don't
my
know.
music
First of
selection.
all, I don't know what's up with the animosity because I clearly stated that I don't listen to music like that.
What do you work out to?
I don't listen to music when I work out.
What?
Camilla is my witness.
You're a serial killer.
I'm a serial killer. I like to control my breaths when I work out. So I like hearing myself.
what?
It's like a mental thing for me.
So you just be out there
Huh.
breathing?
I don't.
Yeah, I just be out there
That's-
breathing.
What?
Yeah.
That's so like I'm making fun of you, but that's truly admirable though that you can do that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying like I'm good at it, but I'm
No,
trying
that's
to
still
be.
a crazy approach.
But
to
yeah, I
take.
really
That's different.
don't.
That's
Yeah.
different.
Like, and even for like when I warm up, I'll do like 10, 15 minutes warm up. I go in the movie room and I just like watch the movies.
Tough.
Do you wear headphones to make it appear that you're like not approachable?
No, I'm just not approachable.
So if you go to the gym, you're not wearing headphones at all.
No. Like
Wow.
sometimes I bring them around with me, but like I usually leave them in my locker because when I bring them around, I'm just like, why do I have these?
Right.
Yeah.
That's so. Again, I'm making fun of you, but that's actually crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fire.
That's wild.
I'm a weirdo. I don't know.
That's
All right,
wild.
anyway,
People trying to talk to you a lot. You cuss people out. Leave me the fuck alone.
Dude.
Lifting.
People actually don't come up to me. Like, thank God, because
they know the posse already.
yeah, I'm like,
I'm not even
mm.
gonna bark up that tree.
No, thank you.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah.
Sir.
Heard.
Yeah, I'm kind of before we begin. I'm kind of bummed out about his hoodie. So he ordered the hoodie on Bonfire, and they enlarged. It doesn't look bad. It looks really good, but they enlarged the text. Like, see how big that is? It's not
Okay.
supposed to be that big at all.
Right.
And like the back is the right size,
Oh,
but the front
is
is like huge.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it looks good on you though, Devontae.
Shout
I'm
out
not
to
saying that
Ugly
to say it looks bad.
Steven.
I'm just saying, I would just like some fucking consistency. Yeah. So today, guys, open your Bibles. Is there a laugh button? It's not it. Today we're going to talk about college,
Dun, dun, dun.
the entity that is college. Now I know what you're thinking. You're probably like, "Fuck, they're going to talk about a whole bunch of college stories." That is not what we're here to do. We're here today to, I guess, just look at it at all angles. I guess,
Yeah, like every-
from being a student to being, like postgraduate
Yeah.
to being, you know what I'm saying, like to
Mhm.
lessons learned to, how it financially works to just
Everything.
just like the entity that is college and or university.
Mm-hmm.
It was funny because I think I told you, I might have told, somebody this, that I was saying like I wonder what it takes to start a college, like to create that thing. Because I feel like, bro, obviously you need a lot of money, obviously,
Right.
up front.
Right.
But like you also need some kind of like social capital, I think. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
in some
Yeah.
regard.
Yeah.
For sure.
But I was saying like I truly believe that if I went onto Instagram and like started a GoFundMe and put together a whole thing that was like truly put together a business model that was like I'm trying to make an HBCU in South Jersey or some shit like that, right? I truly think that if I let that fund open for like 2 years, I think I could definitely get $100,000,
Probably.
which is
Easily.
nothing probably to what you need. However, that being on the internet, I think it can catch turmoil.
Right.
And think about if I have a creative approach to it. And obviously, like I'm not saying starting a college is like throwing an event. I'm saying if I can get a creative approach to it where people are at least listening to my pitch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta get you to listen to what the fuck I'm trying to do.
That could actually be lit if somebody did that.
And if I was like, yo, in 30 years, I want to start a university. I want to start now.
Yeah.
I truly think like
You
that
should
could be
do
done.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
That would be awesome. I never
Yeah,
like
'cause don't you just have
thought
to
of
apply
that.
to school?
Say it again.
My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, I was asking what you said. I didn't hear what you said.
Oh no, I was saying because like don't you just have to buy like the actual like property in school and then get like an administrative like license for like education and then you can open that up.
Yeah, I'm less worried about. It's funny because like this sounds like an astronomical idea, but I believe
Right.
that everything starts with an idea.
Nah, but that's doable,
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
Yeah.
For sure.
I would be less focused on the money aspects more than it would be like trying to get someone on board.
Yeah.
You feel me?
To
'Cause that's really
also believe.
The money I would
in it.
need, you're not going to raise.
Yeah.
You're not going to raise that amount. You feel me? So
you
it-
need like donors.
Yeah. I
and
mean, even
Donations,
universities
yeah.
are run off of
literally
donors.
donations.
Right.
Yeah.
like strictly like there are schools who are strictly run off of like alumni donors.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So like
You can start online
so
first.
I think that's what I'm saying. I think my immediate approach would be trying to get the attention of someone.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's great.
Which is definitely doable, bro. It's
Yeah.
a great idea. People will listen. Yeah,
I like that idea.
We made affordable college, right,
Yeah.
to all my people.
And just in the time now, bro, you speaking to
saying.
HBCUs, bro, people will listen.
Where like people
Mhm.
are more aware of
Facts.
the needs of the black community.
Mhm.
You feel me? I can make affordable college. It could be a HBCU.
Yeah.
Fuck you if you're white.
All
no
right, so
offense.
Whatever.
to all our listeners,
that was a joke, by the way.
that
I'm
shit's
not fucking with
trademark.
you, right?
Nobody can steal that shit. That's you.
Right.
That shit's trademark.
It's already patent,
Yeah.
so sorry.
Oh no, they can start whatever fucking school they want. Because at the end of the day, it's like
It's not gonna be yours.
yeah, like you can name it whatever the fuck you. I'm still gonna do it. You can try to do whatever the fuck you want to do. Like, you feel me? I'm still gonna try to do it.
Period.
That's the fucking
Energy.
problem. Niggas feel like, oh, I can't say this because you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
How about you not be a fucking pussy and just make
Right.
sure that you're doing it totally different than that person,
Mhm.
so that
Yeah.
how about you stretch your
Right.
fucking little creative muscles and be like, how can I outdo you? Then if you're gonna do it, obviously it's a good idea. Obviously, that's
Right.
like, but it's also it gets to a point where it's like, how unique is your idea?
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
It's
Because
about
me starting a college is not
originality, bro.
unique. It's not like you saying you want to do it is going to affect me. You're probably going to take the space I want, but like, okay, I'll go next door. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, whatever.
Yeah.
I can do that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, whatever.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. But yo, speaking of HBCUs though, so like, how do you feel about the future of it? Like, say for example, with the boy Mikey Williams going, and then let's say if like LeBron's son and D Wade's son go to the HBCU, like, how do you see that like changing like the forecast of like black college basketball and everything?
I just think I mean, you see it already with like kids like Mikey, bro, making like just drawing the attention of people. He has such a following, so him even saying that he's considering an HBCU, that alone is making a movement. You know what I mean? And it only takes one, bro. So, you know what I mean? Mikey is one person who could do it, but you have other people who've done it, bro. It's just like a line. So, I mean, I think it's monumental. It's good for like us, our community. Yeah.
I'll say this though. I feel like, yes, like obviously all the talent in anything is with black people. Like, just pretty much.
And
You feel me?
facts.
So like every college is just one of the many institutions where like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, so for example, if you're black, right? I forgot I was going with that. That's what I want. We just start playing a game where I only get 3 times to do that in an episode.
3.
Only 3. After 3, I get
You
some kind of
do it
punishment.
excessively.
Don't I do it all the time,
Bro,
bro?
That man be fried, bro. You need
That's
to go to
bro,
sleep.
but I say all the time my memory is trash.
Trash.
And Bree knows, like Bree knows, like my memory is garbage. But it's getting to the point now where even in like conversation, it'll
forget.
be like gone. Yeah,
Damn.
like it's not.
I gotta stop.
Like I'm laughing
You
with
took
you
your
about it,
vitamin?
but like I feel like if it's still happening at like 30, it was like
See?
should check it.
No, for
Steve,
real.
you take your vitamins, bro?
Maggie.
Sure.
Steve forget to eat
Yeah.
sometimes.
Don't
bro.
lie.
He definitely will take his
Steve
vitamins.
forgets.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
And then you want to wonder why your brain not working, bro. That's crazy. What you mean?
Brody be busy. You know what I mean?
Right. Life be life.
Nah,
It's
bro,
not like
you gotta eat.
I do have no.
You gotta eat.
I'm not like refusing to eat.
He's
It's
not
just,
malnourished.
So here I'll tell you how my day went. This is how my day went and why I didn't eat. So I woke up at when we wake up like 9-ish, right? I'm like, okay, I gotta go to the gym today, obviously, because I'm trying to stay on like consistency. So I'm like, all right, I need an hour for that, right? So I'm like, all right, if I got up right now and went, I could go till 10. That's not happening. So we're gonna space that out. So I woke up. We immediately started cleaning. Like obviously the Christmas tree is gone. Like we like woke up and did that for like up until when she left at like 11. When she left at 11, because I wanted to have a clean work environment for my team, which I would not apologize for. But
Shout
she
out
left
to
at
you.
11 XYZ. I finished smoking my hookah pen, and then I went to the gym for 45 minutes, and then that's when you were kind of like in the vicinity. So
Yeah.
I came up, and Tori actually came in. Like Tori was at my house fairly soon after I came home from the gym, and then Tori and I had a conversation that had to happen prior to people getting here. So we had to have that conversation, and then people were here. I had to shower and get ready, and that was my day.
Yep.
Like nothing about.
But
not
you
eating
went to the
was
gym and
intentional.
didn't eat.
I
That
do
one
often-
makes
Well,
Yeah,
no,
what
I
you
feel
do?
that, bro,
You
because
sound like such a dad.
I woke up and I was like, I have to go to the gym because by the time we finish this, the gyms be closed. So I was like, I have to get up and I have to go to the gym, and I'm doing this 30-day challenge, so I don't want to like skip a day.
Yeah.
But I was drinking last night, so I was like, I need to eat something. So I made like eggs and a piece of sausage. But then on the way here, I packed my lunch, but I forgot it in the car. So
I did that shit yesterday, man. I packed the whole plate to go where I went, bro. I left that shit on the kitchen table. I
And
was
it's
so hot,
bricks,
bro.
like-
And I'm across the bridge too, so like I'm like, damn, I'm not even going back. That shit done.
yo,
Hot.
right outside in the car.
Wait, you said you were going to work? And you
Nah,
forgot to-
nah. I was going to Philly.
I'm
and
about to say
I
that
was
plate is long gone. You go to work.
Right.
There's no way you realize
Bro,
that.
yeah,
highway
that
has
shit-
ass, bro.
I'm on the turnpike. That shit done.
Because the first
Dang.
immediate reaction almost when you realize you forgot something is
Is-
like, how far back is it?
Yep.
Like, you feel me?
Okay.
And then when you realize, damn, I've been
So
driving for
over.
6 hours
Right.
going to work. And you realize it 4 hours in.
So I had this conversation with Cam. So say you're going to work or like you're going to some destination, you're already like there, and it's like more than 40 minutes away. But you forget your phone and you don't peep. Are you turning around to go get your phone even if you're already at that
Where
destination?
am I going? I'm sorry.
Damn.
And you're going to work all day.
I'm going to work, and mid-commute, I realize I don't have my phone.
Yeah.
And how far is the drive?
Like 45 minutes.
How flexible is my job? Like,
I
If
don't
I'm
care.
late,
I'm
am I
turning
getting
around and I'm
fired?
getting my phone even if I'm
yeah, the odds are I'm probably going to turn around.
yeah.
And get my phone.
Even if I pulled up to work like, oh shit, I don't got my phone. Well, I'll be
And then I'm
back.
going to text you from that phone. And be like,
Right,
I
I'd be like, I'm late because like I had forgot my phone,
Yeah,
but I
that's
got
such
it
a-
now. So
How is that not a valid excuse in 2020, though?
No, that is.
I ain't
That's
even
what I'm
gonna lie.
saying.
Nah,
That's a super valid excuse.
I'll probably choke.
I'm
that
not
way.
here because I forgot my phone.
Well,
It's a
you
very-
were-
I'm
Work
saying it because I
dumb
I
far.
drive. I have to make that drive every day,
Yeah.
bro.
You rely
If
on
I'm
your
on a
phone so much.
turnpike and I'm like 35 minutes in my drive and I left my phone at the crib, it's over for the day, bro.
Can I? So here's a funny story, and it also segues into college. So I guess it works. One day in college, so I used to work at the Goodwill in Glassboro, right there on
Right.
LC or whatever. And I would walk from campus. So what's that street that runs into Delsey? That Bree.
Walton, Dalton.
What is it?
Is that it?
Bo, Joseph Bo or something like
Okay, well,
that.
yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
I'm coming up that street to go to
Bo
Goodwill.
Boulevard.
So you got to cross Delsey, and I dropped my phone like running across Delsey, and I was like, obviously like playing chicken, like it wasn't my turn to go,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
And I impulsively turned around and got it like off the highway and ran back,
Yo, wait, that happened.
like impulsively, like I dropped
So
it and ran.
same.
Yeah,
I was walking to work one day, literally in college, and I worked at like some like Joyce Leslie, like some clothing store, and I had to cross Delsey Drive, and I was running, and my phone fell out of my pocket, and I literally, my instinct was to turn around and pick it up, but it's literally like I literally turned around, and it was a fucking one of those like big trucks, those delivery trucks. My shit was done. I was like, no, and I just watched it happen, and I just was like, what the fuck? Like just watching it get ran over by all these wheels. It was like 18 of them bitches.
I think it's a thought that counts, though. You went to go. You thought about him.
I literally turned around to go get it, but that would have been me, and I was like, the fuck.
You always just want someone's impulse to help you, even if they don't follow through.
Yeah.
It's like, for example, if I'm getting like beat up and jumped or something, right?
Right.
And Ivan's impulse was like,
right.
and he didn't follow. If I saw that impulse, I'm like, all right, your head was in the right space.
But like, yeah, like, got me.
Because impulse is like, let me tell you something, bro. This is what I don't think is fair about the way we judge people. We're not even talking about college, but whatever. I don't think it's, sometimes judging people off of impulses is not fair. Because like, So for example, like, okay, so if your body naturally does that thing, you had no control over what happened.
Yeah.
So like, if your fight or flight response is to run, right? So like, you feel me? Like,
right.
Some shit go off, you just run.
Now I think it is up to you to then in the heat of battle, like,
turn around,
try to combat that feeling, right? So like, so for example, one time, one time, my cousin and I we were playing basketball in this league, this like organized game that was poorly organized, and a fight broke out. And I'm not a fighter, like I'm naturally not a fighter,
right?
And my cousin got into a scuffle, right? And like obviously, like my cousin, I'm in Philly, like the person I'm with is my cousin. And my initial reaction was like, I was looking around like I was flustered.
Right.
Then I was like, bro, you have to hit somebody. Like, you have to you feel me? Like, you have to hit somebody. I squared up with this one dude.
Oh,
and then his girlfriend, like, kind of, like, yanked him away to, like, run out the place because, obviously, like, it was hot. Because he was the one who hit my cousin.
Right.
And I remember, like, watching the tape because there was tape to it. Like, they had a camera in the corner. And I watched it, and I was like, you know what? I can watch this with pride. You feel me? Like, all right, cool, I can watch this.
Yes,
it didn't escalate, obviously, thank God, because
right.
I probably would have got beaten to a pulp. But what I'm saying is, like, you feel me? Like, you have to then combat that feeling. But like,
on my own.
But in certain situations, if someone has like, obviously, my it's like fight, flight, or freeze. I guess mine was freeze.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, you're freezing. You then have to like, all right, bro, do something. You feel me? Whatever.
But that's not bad, bro. Especially in a situation like that.
If
you might want to freeze sometimes.
Well, when the stakes are a little higher,
you gotta assess the situation. Yeah. If the odds are against me, it's time for me to go. I gotta get the fuck up out of here.
But I'm not leaving my cousin to get jumped.
No, well,
right.
Yeah. So you assess the situation. I gotta get me and Brody out. You know what I mean? Let me grab him. If the shit, if the odds are against you, but fight or flight. I hear you. Sometimes it is a freeze moment.
It's like sometimes freeze just means like assess.
Yeah. Let me assess the situation. All right, let's go get down.
I feel like it also applies to the situation because I went to the Roots picnic 2000.
Oh my God,
year?
we went together.
I went last year, 2019.
When the shit happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
And everybody ran, right? Right. So I went with two of my brothers and we were in line to get alcohol, right? And we are kind of like right next to the stage. We're like parallel to it and we're on the right of it. And my brothers they're talking and I'm kind of paying attention to whatever's going on the stage. And all of a sudden, like, the whole crowd is just running towards me. I grabbed both of my brothers and I was dragging them. I was like, we're leaving. We're out. Like, we're out. And they were like, nah, like, what do you, like, we don't even know what's going on. I was like, I don't care. Like, we're going to leave. Like, I'm not trying to sit here to find out. Like, what do you mean?
Trying to get Bucky.
And then, but like, luckily in the situation, we didn't end up leaving because the people, like, once you left, you couldn't get back in. So I was like, oh no.
Can I say also, because we had like a brief interaction over there and I'll just tell my perspective of it, I guess.
Right.
So I didn't know you were there until I saw you were recording Her was performing.
Yeah.
So what happened was my cousin really likes Her, and he wanted to see her. So like I think right before Her was like, I think Lil Baby might have been like a little before Her, and like 21 Savage, I think went, and then like whatever. At the time, I was not a Lil Baby fan at the time. I was like the opposite of a Lil Baby fan at the time. So like when he was performing, which I'm like a dickhead because like when he was performing, I was so like just not even trying to get to where he was. You feel me?
Right.
But my cousin was because he's trying to see Her, and he was like, "Bro, it's gonna be harder to get whatever. We ran when that broke out. We ran when that broke out. So we were closer to the front, and we just saw people running.
We were kind of like in the same, which is crazy because
from your video, like, we were hella close.
Yeah,
bro. I think
there was a fight that broke out, but people, it's a fight that breaks out, but people be like, "Oh my God, they're shooting," and I was like, "Guns, bitch, guns!" Like what? No, but like it was crazy. People left their kids. Like they got on the announcement like, if you have lost a kid, come up to the stage. We have them. I'm like, who is leaving their kid if you think somebody is shooting? Like, who does that?
Look, fight or flight. They ain't even think.
Yo,
no freeze, nothing. They just, it was going.
The stakes are higher, though. You have to combat that impulse. Like,
no, I was out. My brother, but my brothers are weird. Like, they was like, nah, like, what's up? And I was like, no, we out. Like, what the heck? They're definitely the fight.
So, like, when the stakes are that high, I think you have to combat that feeling a lot harder.
Yeah.
It's still always though, bro. Like if you got a seed, you should already know. Like I have my child with me. It's no like flight. I have to flight, but my seed has to be with me. Like,
my
child. We gotta assess the situation.
You feel me? Like,
wait. We gotta assess the situation because here's the thing. If we're talking about like the mom, all right, bro. Y'all making it seem like she's holding her baby and then shots fire and she like drops the baby and runs.
No, I don't even care if they're standing next to me. Like, what do you mean? You literally like you're running and you're like, oh shit, so my child.
So what if? What age are we talking, kid? By the way,
I mean, I don't know.
It don't matter.
If
I'm an adult, and he has to be accompanied by me.
So hear me out. So hear me out. Let's say I'm gonna paint a picture for you. See what happens.
Okay.
All right. Let's say your kid is 10. Right, 10-year-old kid. Mm-hmm. I'm not even gonna give that kid a gender. Let's just say you have a 10-year-old kid.
Okay.
Let's say there are porta potties where Bree is sitting.
Okay.
You're at the Roost picnic. Obviously, there's probably people in between you and that porta potty, right? But you're a big boy. Go to the porta potty. I'm right here when you go out, right? In the midst of him maybe like washing his hands, right? So he's at the tail end of his process, this is going. Right?
Yeah,
shots
bro,
ring
like
out.
What?
Right?
I'm running into the porta potty.
No.
I'm calling dice,
Here's what I'm saying. So say you gotta run a little bit to get to the porta potty to get your kid or whatever.
Right.
Let's say in the midst of that you get trampled. Right.
You were so extreme. Like
no. That's not extreme, bro. Because literally, no. I'm saying what happened to me at the picnic. No, I'm saying that, bro. I literally almost got trampled at the picnic, bro.
Yeah, but
I
like
literally, when they started running, I fell, bro. I was like stumbling. And there was obviously people in front of me and people behind me.
Right.
And literally, bro, I was
that is
terrified.
so scary.
I was
Can
like,
we
bro,
talk about
you can't
that?
fall. I was
You
like,
cannot
fall.
fall. Yeah. No, you would really get
Man, I'm
strangled.
swinging, bro. I am swinging if I'm about to fall. You got me.
I'm grabbing on anybody.
You're falling, Bees. Who are you, bro? You're not fucking Iron Man, bro. Like, bro, if you're falling, bro, if you're falling, how are you swinging?
Wait.
Bro, I'm grabbing on both. First of all,
I'm grabbing on anybody.
Somebody pushed me over. Yeah, bro.
Obviously, you would think that your athleticism can react fast enough. But I'm telling you, bro, that shit was like.
No, that's scary.
Yeah,
like when
bro,
I literally grabbed my brothers, I was out because like what? It was like hundreds of people. Can you just imagine standing there and hundreds of people start running towards you? Yeah. I was like, I don't know what they're running from, but bitch, I'm running too. Like,
but wait, your kids. Wait. So your kid's in the porta potty,
and you're getting trampled.
You're getting trampled. Okay, let's say you don't get trampled, but you get definitely discombobulated, and now the porta potty door is open, but you don't see your kid.
So
right.
It's still it's no flight though. You can't run with the crowd. You gotta find your kid.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm not leaving. Right.
Like,
yeah. Right. I'm running. Maybe the kids start running with them. I'm gonna just run like.
Right,
nah,
like,
you got
no.
Listen, bro.
I'm gonna go start the car and then assess the situation.
Like literally, that's like what you're doing.
All right, goddamn it, guys. Supposed to be talking about fucking college. Fucking...
Hold up, bro. Real quick. Nah, cause
we'll start the car.
Oh man.
Nah, cause Tori had brought up a point, yo, when she was like hundreds of people was running at them. So like the other night, yo, I had a dream, and like, yo, so like, what would y'all do? You feel me? If y'all was in like this this big ass field, right? And basically like waves of like grades of like I guess people was coming at you or whatever. How long do you think that y'all would survive? So basically, my dream was like you had to beat up kids from like. I think it was from like kindergarten, and then it went all the way to like college or whatever. And I'm like, damn, this shit tiring as fuck.
I don't know if
I'm not gonna lie. I lost touch
Yeah, like
halfway through, and then I tried to pick it up. Like when I came back into it, I tried to pick it up, and it didn't loop back together. And I was like,
Nah.
yo,
Yeah, maybe that shit was
same.
swallowing.
I was like,
wait, so-
yeah, reiterate that.
I
one.
was going to try and blame
Wait.
myself, but then everybody else was confused too, so it's
Yeah,
definitely
Can you
Bees.
repeat that, Bees? I'm sorry.
Nah,
You
nah,
had mine
nah,
divided
nah.
or something.
All right, bro. So I was in this field, right, and there was like some other people there too, and then like it was on like some Hunger Games type shit, and basically like it would be like waves of like grades coming out, and basically every time you beat like that amount of like kids or whatever, the grade would go up, and I was asking like. Damn, bro, I lost it, bro. Yeah, that
Wait,
just-
so
it's
wait.
hard to-
Let's try to
bro.
put it together. Let's try to put it together. Are these kids trying to harm you?
yeah.
Yeah, bro.
And your
that's
job is
all-
to
yeah,
your job is to defeat them so that they don't harm you, obviously. But then once you
Yeah,
defeat
bro.
them, more come.
yeah.
So it's
Oh,
like
wow.
it's like zombies on Call of Duty. Like you kill X amount of zombies and then they level up the next level and like whatever.
I don't do nothing with time.
And I had to kill kids. Are you saying?
I'm killing
Nah,
kids.
so
Yeah, right. Like,
so
what?
basically, nah,
Fuck them
wait,
kids.
damn, Tori,
Yeah,
so
right?
wait,
Come on, Tori.
so wait,
Tori,
nah,
we here,
yeah.
bro.
yeah, nah. So it would start out from like kindergarten, and then the next wave would be like first grade, second grade, and they'll go all the way up to college. So basically, yeah, at the end, the balls is you gotta fight some college niggas, bro.
I would.
And that's how the dream was. I'm like, damn, this shit long as hell.
You made it all the way to the college?
Bro, yes, and I was wheezing, bro. Woke up like, bro, what the fuck?
So you
got
didn't
hands.
win. You woke up.
You got hands, bro.
Yeah, hell no, I didn't win.
What are they?
Damn,
Who?
that's crazy.
You, but like, here's the thing. Though. I gotta see these kids.
I
gotta size
don't.
them
I
up.
don't understand.
He said
you might need to-
kindergarten.
Still gotta size them up. My life on the line. Well, I'm sizing anything up. Say
Okay.
anything. My life on the line.
Oh God.
That's like,
if there's
bro,
no rules and you know what I mean.
That's why
it's
I
no
don't.
life.
That's why I don't understand how Chucky sold so well. I'm like, I will fuck that
I
little
will
nigga up.
fuck
if he like,
that
like,
doll up.
Yeah, bro. Like, come on,
Like
bro.
what?
Let's-
You're not stabbing me, bro.
Let's
You're
be
a doll.
adults here. Yeah, come on. Fuck,
The adults here.
fuck that doll. I pay rent in this bitch.
Bro, you're a doll. Like I bought you in my
Yeah.
home. That's crazy.
You are strictly decorative.
College.
Yeah. Fuck that guy. Fucking Chucky. Give him an inch, you know? Anyway. So we were supposed to have a special guest today.
We were.
He, I think, had some obligations. I think one of which involved buying a house, I believe, or something along those lines. So if you're sending good energy that way, if that's what the case was,
For sure.
hoping that you get that crib.
Right.
I wanted him to be on the show because he said that he had disassociated from a fraternity, which I have a lot of questions about. One of which being like, so obviously because he disassociated for some reason. Usually it's for like a big reason why you would disassociate. So I was hoping that he would, in that regard, I guess, tell us some of the inside things that happened, maybe why he disassociated, things that he saw that maybe he kind of rubbed him the wrong way. Yeah, because I definitely question, like, so I know some friends who have pledged, but I know some friends who also were like pledging and then stopped, and they were saying like it truly wasn't worth it, because he was like, the idea is that they're trying to break you, and he was like, it's not worth, like, to be a part of what you say this is, like, it's not worth you doing whatever you do.
Yeah,
to me.
going
I'm
through
saying.
whatever process you gotta go through.
Because it has to be something crazy, obviously, because it's not like you
Yeah.
can just sign an application and be like,
I don't know. When I was in college, Steph tried to get me to like run with her and like go look at whatever, and I was like, nah, like it's not my cup of tea. Like I can't, because first of all, I don't even like being told what to do. So I don't know how a bunch of bitches is about to tell me that I need to go do something. Like who? What? No.
Yeah, Tori, give me some McDonald's at 3
Yeah,
a.m.
fuck
Nobody
out of
playing
here.
with you.
No.
That's the
They
I'm not
already got
playing
me
with
fucked
you.
up.
bro, that's the same
And
shit
they
that
be
make
the
you
same
do.
age as you.
Right.
Yeah.
Like what?
Make sure you don't forget my McFlurry either, cuz.
Yeah, just thinking about it, I be getting tight. Like
Bro,
I
I
don't
need-
know how people do that.
I knew someone who pledged a frat. I don't know if we can say the frat's names or not.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. I'll be respectful, I guess, just to whatever.
Yeah.
But if there's some shady shit going on, I do want to expose them. But I don't have proof of that. So anyway, no, they do weird shit like that. Like, for example, I knew somebody who was running and or whatever, and he said that he didn't have a car, and they called him at like in the middle of the night and told him to go get them food from a place in Philly that was closed.
What?
Oh yeah, no.
And he was like, not only do I not have a car, and he said like they'll just hang up the phone, like they'll call you and say do that and hang up the phone. And it's like,
No.
you're not about to be. It's not military, bro. Like, you feel me? Like,
Do they even? So
purposely to haze you though, and then so there have like I guess like chapters. So like you go to Rowan, you're ABC frat, but that frat also exists at like Stockton, or
Right.
whatever, right? So like in the I guess hazing process or pledging process, you meet other chapters, and those chapters also can haze you.
Oh,
Bro,
wow.
he said literally, bro, like they
Oh,
can
no.
when they like line you up or however they do you. He said, bro, he didn't happen to him, but he's seen people be like, you're light skinned and I feel like you would get more girls than me and I don't fuck with that.
What?
that's weird.
And like that was the reason to haze him.
What?
That's weird.
Like straight up. Like I'm like, bro, like
That's so
why do you want to be a
weird.
part of this that bad?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's strange.
Like, I could see the benefits of being in a frat or a sorority. Like, if you really are, like, in, like, use it for educational purposes or, like, job purposes, which is what they're, you know, supposed to be used for. Nowadays,
Yeah.
people use it for, like, popularity and, like, to, you know, go to parties and stuff like that. At least that's how I feel at Rowan.
Yeah, yeah, I think it goes hand in hand because, like, I mean, I got a couple homies that's in frats, and like some of them, for example, like I know one, he's like a principal, and he's like I think he's like an alpha or whatever. But like how he talks about it, it's like what you would think like a fraternity would be like. You feel me? Like when he got out of college, they actually helped him out to get like connections and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's some of my homeboys where it's just like I don't understand it. 'Cause I remember I went to one college one time, and he was in the same frat as whatever the school that he was going to as or whatever. And when he got there, this shit was weird because it was like I thought that fraternities all supposed to be like a brotherhood, but when he got there, they was just on like some weird shit or whatever, or like kind of like on some gangbanging shit. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, I thought y'all was supposed to be like clicked up and all of that stuff. Like, why they sizing you like that and shit? Like, yeah. That was like the weird shit that I experienced. But I mean, I'm not in a frat, so I can't really say. But that was just my perspective of it, like on both sides of it. So,
And I do want to preface this by saying like I am speaking from a place of miseducation. So like
Same.
I'm speaking blindly. So that's why we did want someone who was familiar with it to be on the show to kind of like bounce those
Yeah.
ideas off of. So if you're in a fraternity, our intention isn't to like disrespect you or make you feel any kind of way. We have questions that rub us the wrong way and that we want to talk about. You feel me?
Yeah.
One of which being rape culture. You feel me? So I kind of wanted to know, like, from him, I was going to ask him, like, what he's seen in terms of that rape culture. Because, like, for example, like, even if you're not the one doing it,
Right.
and you see
A lot of people see it
you see your
And
brother
don't say
doing
anything.
it, right? Like,
Sad.
yeah. So like I'm very big on like what people stand on, and I feel like if that's something that you can break in your moral compass to say like you're who you are, because at the end of the day you're only who you say you are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can say I'm Black Lives Matter all I want, but if I go outside, I'm not that. I'm not that.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But like if you're anti-rape, so for example, because that's what most of them will say. Oh, I never done that.
Yeah.
You know
But
somebody that did? You
you
probably
know.
do.
Mhm.
And other frats associate with other frats. So do you know someone in that frat that did it? Probably.
Right.
Y'all sharing all the same girls.
Literally.
You
And
feel
then
me?
I hate when people get on social media and like share things that like if you like I'll see like things like where like everybody will like share it on their story like I'm against, you know, rape or whatever. So if I know you're a rapist or somebody that did something to you, just let me know and I will like, you know, stop being friends with them. Like I've seen that so many times. I'm just like people don't really operate that way at all.
You have to identify that person. I mean, no, hold on, whoa, back up, pause. How the woman decides to reveal or not reveal her sexual predator is totally up to her.
Facts.
Literally.
Facts.
What I'm saying
100%.
is, as us as consumers or people who are among people who have been victims of this, right? I feel like we kind of got to be like, I mean, unless the victim does not want it exposed.
Right.
I kind of feel like we kind of got to like alienate those people.
Yeah.
Bro, it's only right.
Like
I
you can't really
agree.
tiptoe around. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
No, not at all.
Yeah.
That shit's weird.
It's
But then-
weird. It's just not right, bro. I mean, me coming from a household, I lived with 2 females for the majority of my life, bro. Like that's just some, and that not even because I mean, the shit can happen on the other end, but you talk about, I mean, when you talk about rape culture, it's most of the time male to female. So like,
Yeah.
bro, it's just not some shit anybody should stand for. Like, I don't know how you
like
can
you
be
just
in
like
your
you should
right
just
mind.
not want that in your presence.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying you have to be Superman and beat the guy up and like
Exactly,
save
but
the
you
girl.
shouldn't associate.
But why is he
You
not
can't
locked the
associate.
fuck up or dead, bro?
Right.
Like, that's the
Because it's a
problem, bro.
culture, bro. That's why, bro. Listen to this, bro. So me and Bree were watching Euphoria like a while ago,
It's my
and there's
shit.
an episode where I'm gonna get there. There's an episode where one of the girls is in the room with a bunch of guys, and I think it's if I remember it correctly, she starts with taking her, like she gets dared to take her shirt off or something like that, but then it escalates to her having to like have sex with this guy.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was like in the room with the guys or like they stepped out or whatever the situation was, but the situation was the boy who was doing it didn't want to do it, so he was doing it because he thought he was supposed to because his friends was like in the room daring him, and like they made it evident on the show like he was very uncomfortable, like he didn't want to do it. The girl was equally uncomfortable, right? So whatever happens, I don't even remember if they did it or not, but I say that to say like a lot of girls do thing, and I'm not speaking to say I speak for girls and I know this, so I'm treading lightly. Girls walk into situations, right, and they'll settle for being not settle. Let me get to the punchline, please, because it's sounding bad. Some girls say that when they did it, they say because I thought that was what I was supposed to do in that situation. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Okay. Obviously, it should not have happened to them. But when they talk about it and when they start being open about it, they say like I didn't know, like I was uncomfortable. I knew it was the wrong thing to be like I was being violated.
Yeah.
But I felt like because I was at a party, that's what was supposed to happen. You feel what I'm saying? And I was like, that same education or that same miseducation, not justifying guys doing it, but we're also miseducating the guys. You feel what I'm saying? Because by not talking about it, we're just like, it's going to exist.
Yeah.
Right.
Like the coronavirus is going to exist until you have something that will kill it, right?
Right.
You feel me?
Bro, niggas know not to rape no female.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's
like,
what I'm saying.
that's
Listen to what I'm saying, bro. I'm not. I absolutely, obviously. I'm saying we need to change the education that we give boys because the same way he was uncomfortable and did that, yes, he should not have done it. You know what I'm saying? But he probably was fighting. He's probably fighting more influences to do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Than he was just naturally like. You know what I'm saying? Like it was probably an uphill battle for him. Whatever. I'm not justifying him doing it. I'm saying the education. Like for example, he's a rich white kid, right? In his neighborhood, rich white kids fuck all the rich white girls. You go to college, do the same thing. You don't get told no. You're spoiled, whatever, right? So all his life, he's being fed. First of all, I'm spoiled. I get what I want. Nobody tells me no, right? Rich white kids. He's seeing all his friends doing this thing, or he's seeing it at least like at the rich white parties or whatever. I'm sure Tay and Ivan can attest to it. Not saying y'all witnessed the rape. I'm not saying that. And I say that to say he now has to go into the room and face the pressures of like I shouldn't do this, but this is what's supposed to happen.
Right.
I
You
mean,
know what I'm saying?
I hear you, but even in
You know what I'm trying to say?
yeah.
I'm
bro,
super
like,
trying
Not
not to
everybody's
justify.
cut from the same cloth.
Yeah. I'm not justifying him doing that. I'm trying
Right.
to say just the education that we're giving them.
Right.
We need to totally repaint the picture. Because now we have 2 kids walking into a room doing things that they think they're supposed to do based on a culture that whatever. But now you have 2 people on that same page. You know what I'm saying? Like we need to like bro, that like we need to totally
And that would be
for
like
guys and girls.
college.
Like, so upon that, I say this to say, upon that, Bree and I started a conversation about like we started talking, and I was like, bro, it would be lit if at Rowan, and they do forms of this, but I don't think it's as like credited. But I was like, it would be lit if I could go to Rowan and have like maybe a 2-credit course on like sexual just culture in college for like freshmen.
That would be cool.
Right. Like it won't be like a 3-credit course that you like whatever, but like
Right.
it could be like an elective that like if you got credits to burn, whatever. I mean, it should probably be mandatory, but
Right.
whatever. And so I called one of my colleagues who's like known in the like the department. Shout out Amy Woodworth. And I was like, yo, what would it take to like do this? You feel me? And and she basically was like, there have been forms of that where it's like maybe like at orientation they have like a panel or something. You know what I'm saying? But she was like, what ends up happening is the people who go to those things are like not the people who should be hearing it.
Yeah.
Like the people who go there
Right.
usually already know
What?
you know what I'm saying? It's
to
the people,
do
whatever.
and
So
not
I'm
to
like,
do.
all right, bro, make it a part of the. If you want to hold this frat, I don't know how that works. I don't know. I'm speaking again, uneducated. But I'm like, all right, if you want to pledge this frat, you have to take this course.
Right.
On your transcript, you have to pass this course.
Like, you know how, like, when we went to Roni, we had to do the drinking and driving course.
Right.
Like, we had to do
Like,
that.
and again, that's what I'm saying. Like, don't make it an orientation thing where it's like optional because obviously they're not going to go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, but make it like, okay, you need this if you want to be in a frat. Because I know some frats like your freshman year you can't rush, or like there are some stipulations to when you can rush or whatever. So I'm like, all right, make it like the semester you want to rush, you got to take this course.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
it's a
That's
full-
actually really smart.
You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm like, bro, we need to like pivot. Like, if they're trying to have the conversation now when they got here, all the frats and the drinking is going to get to them before when you go to parties, don't like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the real life shit is happening faster than the education that we're giving them when they first get there.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So make sure when they at the door, like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, reinforce that, bro. Because, like, literally, bro, I was literally talking to her. I'm like, bro, like, literally statistically probably right now on campus, when I was talking to her, statistically probably right now on campus there's a rape happening.
Yeah.
And we're, like, we know it. And, like, okay.
Yep. And that's it.
You know what I'm saying? And you know Rowan brushes a lot of shit under the rug.
Yeah, they do.
Not to throw them under the bus, but, like,
Yeah, they do.
For real?
historically, we've seen them try to hide things that should be made
What
public.
That
they
shit is
tried to
so
hide
bad.
before?
Yeah, so, like, obviously, I guess it speaks to, like, college just being, like, political. And
100%.
Glassboro is a very small town that Rowan takes up most of, I think. And, like, certain things that may happen on campus, they might try to, like, contain to campus and not let the news get out. Some of it being sexual, like, maybe harassment in some form, like stalking or whatever.
Yeah.
They're just tricky with how they exchange information between, like, if it should go to Glassboro Police Department or Rowan's Police Department. They're tricky. They're picky with that information and how they exchange it because of how they want it to be escalated and how, because they need those numbers for, like,
They do.
to attract students.
Yeah.
Like, obviously they don't want it to say that rape happens every day, obviously.
Or
You know what I
even,
mean?
like, there's been, like, multiple suicides since we've been at Rowan.
Yeah.
So sad.
Yeah.
Even how they move about, like, releasing that information. They, like, choose not to until, like, until it's already on social media and everybody's talking about it, and then they'll release a statement.
Yeah. Can I tell a story? It's probably going to be long, though. I'm going to want to warn you.
Okay.
It's valuable. It speaks to the mental health just epidemic, I think. So my first semester teaching college composition at a university. Say now. My first semester teaching, I had a student who I'm not gonna say his name. I had a student who basically said he had missed a paper or something, whatever, and we had conferences, and then I'm sorry, I'm missing stuff. He emailed me one day and was like, "I'm not gonna be in class because I was in the hospital all weekend, or like I didn't do the assignment because I was in the hospital all weekend." So I was like, "All right, cool. Like I hope you're well, whatever." Fast forward to then we had conferences, and he wasn't prepared for the conference and all like what he needed or whatever. And then he was like, "Yeah, remember when I told you I was in a hospital?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "I was in a mental hospital." So I was like, "Okay." So then, I mean, like, it's also crazy too because like I really don't care about late work. So like, you know what I
Right.
mean?
But you're you.
Yeah,
Most
exactly.
professors
Right.
do.
But like, I guess I respect that kids think they have to like, and I'm not saying he's lying, but like,
Right.
kids also often feel like they have to like decorate. Like I didn't do the assignment. I'm like, bro, I don't care. I care, but like,
Right.
you know,
You don't need an excuse.
yeah. So basically, he said that, and then he was like, it was because I attempted suicide. Like right after he said that, he was like, it's because I attempted
Wow.
suicide. Yeah. So I was like, I try not to. My initial reaction was not to react in a way that I appeared startled. I didn't want him to feel like, holy fuck, we gotta put this fire. You feel me? Like,
right.
So I, trying to remain calm, was like, okay, like asking, does anybody else know? Like, who have you told or whatever? He told Rowan. Rowan's the one who, I guess, like, was the way of transport to him to the mental whatever. But like in that semester, he ended up being fine. But in that semester, I started then because obviously I developed a relationship with a student, obviously. And Roman started offering like mental health courses and like all the shit like that. I started like taking them shit because I was like, this shit is happening. Like, this shit is real. You feel me? And obviously with that information, you don't know if you're the last person they're going to tell that to.
You don't, right?
That's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, how many people have you told? Am I the first person you told? You feel me? Like, do you have a list of people you need to tell before you do this? Am I the last person on that list? Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you have no idea where they're at. You feel me?
Right.
But I started taking a bunch of mental health classes and shit at Rowan and shit, and like, bro, Rowan like is severely under prepared for the mental health crisis. I found out. I also found out, and I'm going to speak roughly, but just trying to give you an image. So like, I there's like a state standard, I guess, or something like that, where like you need one counselor for every. I'm 90% sure this is the right number, but 1,000 students. So you need one counselor for every 1,000 students. Rowan does not have that number. They don't need that. They don't even. That seems like an astronomical
I
number.
tried to go to therapy.
They don't even need that number.
Yeah,
Right.
and they were like booked and busy, and I was like,
Yeah.
because mental health in college is like,
and then what's so fucked up
lot.
too, and it's like, bro, it got so bad that they had to develop a system where like they evaluate you and prioritize your
yes,
like risk.
yeah.
So if you come in and say I have a mental health problem, right? They will evaluate you in some way, and like on a scale of 1 to 10 or whatever, say like 10 being like you're at risk for like suicide or whatever. They will evaluate you, and if you're not above a certain number, you're on a waiting list.
Yeah, I
That
had to
makes no
fill that
fucking
out.
sense.
I was literally on a. This happened. This is like my, and it wasn't like anything extreme. Like it was my sophomore year, but like I had a lot of at home and like relationship stuff, and like you really don't realize like how much that affects like your like your actual life. And like I just like wasn't in college mentally. Like I just wasn't there. Like I literally was just like floating through life. I felt like. And I was just like, I think like one of my friends at the time was just like, oh yeah, like maybe you should try like, talking to a therapist, like they're free or whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, dope. And I literally had to fill out like a survey of like what, I was going there for. And it wasn't like anything suicidal. It was just like kind of like more of lines to like talk and like get out or whatever, talk to like an adult, talk to somebody. And like, yeah, literally got put on a waiting list. And I ended up never even going because like by the time that I would have got seen, like, God forbid I was, contemplating doing something to myself. Like by the time I get seen, like something could have already happened.
Could have escalated.
Literally.
Yeah.
I feel like there should be like is there a hotline at Rowan?
Bro, the hotline is fucked.
Oh, at Ron.
So
Are
apparently,
you serious?
I'm not throwing. I want to be clear too. I'm doing this less to throw Rowan under the bus more than I am
To bring
like
awareness.
saying like this like obviously needs to be addressed, bro. In
Right.
college of all places, bro,
Of
that's
all
where people lose
places.
their mind or find it, one of the two.
And usually,
You feel what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
you feel what I'm saying? Like and if someone's life is on the line, bro, like
Yeah.
you have to address that, bro. Like,
Yeah.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, again, don't get me wrong. Like, okay, let's say Rowan has applications open and no one is taking them. Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Rowan could be
Right.
trying to fill those spots.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm speaking from an uneducated place. But yeah, bro. Like, you got to do that fast. I don't know how fast Rowan is operating. I'm sure less aggressively because it's coronavirus now. A lot of people are on
Right.
campus. But yeah, bro. You gotta like, yeah. Because literally, bro, that's truly the feeling of like when he told me that, bro. I'm like, I don't know how much time there is between you saying this and when you walk out that door. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, you just don't know.
exactly, bro.
Y'all spend all that bread, bro, and y'all can't even get a therapy session for an hour. That shit's crazy.
And that's
And
the
that kinda
fact,
goes with-
bro.
But even that number of 1 for every 1,000, that's
student like
I don't know
what?
1,000 people. I mean, obviously not that 1,000 people is going to have all mental health problems, but
But
like,
still, it's probably a more than half or like at least a good percent of
Yeah.
1,000 people,
Yeah.
if you think about it.
It don't make no sense.
Because we could probably look up the facts and
How many people do
No.
you think Rowan got on campus right now, or on a typical on campus?
I don't know because they went up right now,
started
like
wilding.
speaking right now or like
So
pre-corona.
like the semester before Corona, how many people do you think were on
Oh
campus?
gosh, I don't know because when we got
Super
there, they
overpopulated.
had already started accepting a lot of people.
They started accepting
She said
anybody.
99% acceptance rate.
It is fairly
Yeah.
high, their acceptance rate. Yeah.
No, it's like for real.
It's one of the less intimidating schools to apply to.
It is.
I'll say that.
Yeah. I retweet.
Just because they're also
that brings us to
you can also tell they're so willing to expand because of how many of the community. That's another thing too.
Yeah.
So like they have the situation where they got the RCBC and they got RCGC, and it's like you get automatic admittance to Rowan if you
Go
Yeah.
there.
right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're trying to expand obviously, so they probably have to, open the floodgates to say the least.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Let them in.
Yeah. Because they were trying to
So
go.
that brings up my question. So, like, do y'all think that like college is beneficial, or is it just like a business and it's not needed?
Oh, let me say this. As a person who loves education and as a person who likes to learn, I definitely think you could never have enough knowledge. Like you could never know too much in life. So but also saying like you don't need college to learn everything, but I would say that it is beneficial. I think just like I don't know, I feel like as a Black woman, like being able to be like, yeah, I have my degree. Like that puts me at a place in life. You know what I mean?
It does. It does. Yeah.
I definitely,
Sorry, go ahead. Remind me this. Bree, remind me of that conversation with your sister. I don't want to lose it. All right, go ahead.
I definitely think it's beneficial. Like even like touching on Tor's point, but like even taking it further, bro. Like it's good to have a degree, but it's also I feel like just for me, it was good to experience like actual college. You know what I mean? Being away from home, but also like I played basketball in college, so it was also like getting everybody's aspect, like where people come from. You know what I mean? Being able to kind of maneuver. It teaches you how to maneuver in different crowds, bro. Like just gathering all that information you get from college, like being on your own, learn how to live on your own. Like you get a lot from it. Like the degree is one thing,
Word.
but everything else you get from it is also impactful. Like
Word.
I don't know if I would say it's worth it, bro, but I don't know if I would say I would go back and do that shit again. Like knowing that I did it, I don't know. Like if what I know now, I would go back and be like, you know what I mean? I would, especially if I had to pay for college, bro. Like if I had to pay a full full college tuition, bro, I definitely would not go back, bro. Absolutely not.
I feel like the idea of college is necessary.
Yes.
In the regard that you have to become certified in something to get a job. Like, so that, I guess, like, qualifies college to be necessary, I guess.
Yeah.
It does. It do.
It depends on what you want to do. Like, it's necessary for people who want to, like, for example,
Be a
I
doctor.
want to teach college.
Right.
I have to go through
Yeah.
undergrad, master's, doctorate. Like, you have to do all that. You feel what I'm saying? So, like,
In order to
in
do
my
that.
regard, it's just part of the qualifications. If you're asking me, like, if I were a kid coming out of high school, and I just wanted to get a job, is college necessary? It's like, maybe
No.
not right now because I might not need it.
Right.
So I had to say, like, it's necessary because obviously we have the option to go there or not.
Yeah,
like, no one's
yeah.
putting a gun to your head. You're making a decision at an early age, but, like, no one's
Mm-hmm.
forcing you in most cases.
I was about to say in some cases.
In some cases, right? I know cases where that's not the case.
Right.
Seriously. But yeah, it should be made affordable.
Agreed.
That's the thing.
I
So like
agree.
the problem is like now that it's been corrupted with ego, as we talked about before, like it now is a business. So like if it's making money,
Right.
who's not going to look at it and be like, how can we make more?
Right.
And then now it's infected. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But like, it's necessary. Hell yeah, I think it's necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure necessary.
Especially in
Yeah.
today's world, even though they do people with college degrees,
I was about to say,
they
but
don't
even
do them
then,
justice.
even then, like you think about the people who getting degrees now, bro.
Right.
People have degrees, and it's still hard for people to get a job.
Mhm.
And that's aside from Corona, everything that happened Corona, bro.
Literally,
Even
honestly.
before this shit, like you could have a degree, bachelor's degree, and whatever. You know what I mean? You went, and it could be still hard for you to land a good paying job out of college, bro. The shit, like some people get. I was
Facts.
lucky enough to have like people reach out to me. Some people don't get that lucky. Like some people struggle looking for a job. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It depends on who you asking. Like it's necessary, but a lot of people won't agree that this shit is like, you know what I mean, they should have went or that it's needed.
Right. And you can go at any age. Like, I admire people who, like, I would honestly, I would, like, befriend, like, the people in my classes that were, like, older, like, that were parents and stuff, because I admire things like that. Like, you could really, like, you can go to college at any age, like, and do whatever you want. You know what I mean? And you can learn, like, a new trade, like, whenever you want. I know people who, I had somebody in my class, in one of my classes, and they were like, yeah, like, I just wanted to become a nurse. Like, I've always wanted to. It was like a gen ed class, but they were like, I always wanted to, like, become a nurse. And even though, like, I'm older now, like, it's just something that I want to do and I want to accomplish in my life. And I was like, go off, sis.
Right.
Like,
Chase
that
your
is so
dreams.
awesome.
Do you, sure?
I think the dangling carrot that what people bothers them about age is like the partying aspect. So like you're like, hey, if I wait till I'm 24, yeah, but then I'll be the oldest guy in the room, or like whatever that situation is. But if you get past that, where like you don't care about that and you just want the education, bro. Like I say all the time, bro, I would have went to community college for 2 years, racked up as many credits as possible. You know what I'm saying? Probably
I wish I would have did
as I
that.
was doing it,
Honestly,
and not have any debt. And then you gotta think, bro. I went to undergrad to put a number on what you think. I mean, like obviously you get like financial aid and like, you get those things, but like, bro, literally, like I did what on a calendar would be 6 years of undergrad. Because remember, I went to Rowan for like 2.5, 3, got suspended, missed that whole semester. Then it was like summertime, so I had to wait like the extra months. Went to Temple for 2 years on credits that Rowan didn't transfer.
Right.
And then went back to Rowan. You feel what I'm saying? So like on
Crazy.
paper, that's like 6 years of undergrad.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Like, let's not, because I feel like a lot of people kind of not hate on like community college, but community college is definitely fundamental. Like how you said, you should definitely like take advantage of going to community college for your first 2 years and then going ahead and transferring to another college. Like because like, you know, education is education at the end of the day, and you're saving so much money by doing that.
So, bro,
The only
you
reason
can't even fathom how much money you're saving.
The only reason I did not do that is because I was in EOF, and once I got accepted, I was just like, that's fine. But I also wasn't well versed on EOF, and I didn't know that you could transfer, because they have that in community college, and you could just transfer over to the school. But I wasn't thinking like that, so I just was just like, whatever, rolled with the punches.
Yeah, that's how CCC is. You get automatically enrolled into Rutgers. So when I graduated from there, I could have went to Rutgers or whatever. And like CCC wasn't even expensive like that neither, from what I was saying.
Yeah, community college is nothing.
Nothing.
It's truly like you can really work yourself for 2 years.
You can.
And like put yourself
through college. Yeah.
Like with a full-time job essentially, maybe.
Yeah.
And like, bro, walk out of there and pay 2 years. And because even 2 years of undergrad, living on campus, if you do it in 2 years, it's still not like a crippling life debt.
No.
Assuming you have like assuming you live in the world where you can get a full-time job that you can just sustain yourself with. That's not like so for example, let's just say that's like a $30,000 debt, $15,000 a year. Let's say on the bottom end, like you can get a job with a $30,000 college debt and be like, all right, we can figure this out.
Right.
Because 30 months of $1,000 payments, if you can, again, assuming you get a job at,
That you can afford that.
Yeah, that's 2.5 years of college debt. Be out of debt before you're 30.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's crazy.
Facts. Shout out to college though, because
fuck college, bro.
What? I met all of my greatest friends in college.
Yeah. I met a lot of good people in college.
Shout out to Steph. Right. My 2 college besties to this day.
Other than that, though, bro, college was trash. Like I ain't even party like that, bro.
No, honestly, my college was trash.
Yeah, like I partied probably for like my freshman and sophomore year. After that, bro, I didn't really go out like that.
I was married.
I was in the brig.
That was disgusting of you. Can I just say that, bro?
It was disgusting of me. Like, hindsight is really 20/20.
I'm talking shit though because
and who was that notorious? I'm so upset. Like, I was such a loser because I'm so fun. Like, I'm such a fun time, and I would just be like,
hell yeah,
no.
own that shit. Hell yeah.
I know I am.
That's what I'm saying. And we're not out of our prime yet, guys. Come on.
No, I'm still fun.
Let's throw a banger.
I just entered my prime.
Yes. I feel like I'm entering.
I just entered my prime.
You're destined for greatness.
I'm out my prime.
I'm in my prime. I just entered.
If Ivan just walked into his prime just now, we've been looking at LeBron James in high school.
Oh my god.
He
Yeah.
don't even got the ring yet. You got a bright future, young man. Young man, look, hey, you have a bright future.
Start flooring the wheel. No, nigga. But yeah, we all just entered our prime too.
That is not true.
No,
This
that
is
is true.
definitely true.
I feel like this is
Your
like
prime, your prime start around like 24, 25.
Yeah, like
You cool.
this is like the best moments.
Not to give away your age, or anything,
Right.
but
I don't say this
my
to be
prime.
romantic more than I say like I don't think that's true because I feel like I'm looking at 30. I said the romantic thing because I was going to say something I don't think I need to say, but I'm looking at 30.
So, and you don't want to grow up.
No, I feel like I'm looking up to grow. Like, not saying I don't want
You think
grow
your
up.
prime gonna be in your 30s?
You
Are you saying your prime's
think your
gonna be
prime
later down the line?
pass? Your prime
My
pass.
prime is over. Yeah, my prime was
Oh no,
undergrad.
Was
no,
co-
no,
what,
no.
college?
My prime was undergrad college, yeah.
Okay.
I would say. Like, where
No,
I
I
lived
think-
the most, I would say.
Yeah,
See,
I think.
But here's
I'm
the
not
thing,
talking about
though.
that. I'm talking about prime, like your overall life aspect. You ain't
Yeah.
hit your prime yet, bro.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking prime in terms of, like, having the most fun, living the best life possible.
Ah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
of
my prime is going for all that shit.
That's
too.
okay. Now we're on the same
Yeah.
page. 'Cause that's what I'm saying. If you,
Right.
if you didn't cross your prime yet,
Yeah,
you're,
my prime.
Oh, yeah.
That shit been chalk.
yeah,
But like now,
yeah.
yeah, it's real life.
In life, this is the prime.
Facts.
Yeah,
This is the early prime.
Early prime.
definitely.
Yeah. Like when you're 30, it's like your second year in the league. When you're 30, this is all like rookie year. Like 25
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
25 to 29 is like
Definitely
rookie year.
rookie year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Facts.
you're definitely setting the tone. You're setting the tone for your career.
Bro said
you know what I mean?
25 to 29.
Either-
That's rookie year, though.
that's rookie year. Yeah, that 4 years is rookie year.
Oh man.
Yeah, and you better secure that contract. So you better be competing for rookie of the year
Yeah.
in that 25 to 29 age.
Got you.
That 4 years.
Yeah.
Facts.
I wanted to talk about her sister. So she has a sister that's like, what is your sister, like 17? Something like that. She's a genius. I'll put that out there. We butt heads a lot because she's a genius,
Okay.
right? So it's funny because like I can argue with her, that I can argue with a grown person. Like you think like the 17-year-old white girl,
Right.
like
Wouldn't
nah,
it?
we be hashing it out. Yeah, like it's funny. She's a good sparring partner though. She's a genius. She's gonna save the world with something one day.
Lit.
So we were having this conversation. It was kind of speaking to like how you were saying like you have to kind of have a degree baseline, and I was telling her like I feel like being black, first of all, like if your white counterparts have a bachelor's, you need a master's,
Mm-hmm.
and that doesn't put you above them. That puts you on the even playing field with them.
Exactly.
So like that's why it would be impossible for me to stop at. I mean, even if I didn't want to teach college. With a degree in English, I think it's impossible to stop at that unless you just want to teach high school, college.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if you want anything more, there's a higher ceiling. You know what I'm saying? So I was trying to paint that picture for her. And then we got into this conversation that she was saying, I forgot how it started. But basically what happened was she was saying, like, because she's a genius, like 4.100 GPA. And she works hard for her grades and she really wants, like, you know what I'm saying, like, to get like a scholarship somewhere to really be able to like, you know what I'm saying, like do her thing. So somehow we got in the conversation where I was like, if I'm an admissions officer and I see your resume or your application and like a low income student's application and they look identical in terms of credentials, the low income kid deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Which wasn't a tough pill for her to swallow. So then we got on that topic and I was like, what you don't understand is, even as a business move, right? It can go either way, I guess. But like you got to think of it as like, if I'm letting you into my college, I'm trying to milk you for 4 years at least, right? At least I'm trying to milk you for 4 years, so I'm trying to get that money, right? Someone who comes from a low income thing, right? So I think what happened was we talked about like a budget of like a parent giving a budget to go to school, right? And like, so say like you want to go to UPenn and that's Ivy League, so it costs more than like you going to Rowan,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the parent gave you a budget of like, I'm only paying for like Rowan level prices and you want to go to UPenn, like you got to make up that difference. The parent saying like, as a kid, you got to make up that difference.
Right.
And she was like, I don't think that's fair because I shouldn't have to go into debt is what she was saying, which is like every person should obviously say that. And I was like, bro, like, the low income kid deserves it because on paper, you have the money to attend this school.
Right.
So, like, you don't have anything really severely riding on you going to the school, right? A low-income kid, his scholarship might be his only way out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
In which he gets that money because let's say your budget was $100,000, you have $100,000.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whether or not you want to pay that money because of you want this education, you might be only budgeted as much as like whatever, but like you have that money. There's no safety net. Like the safety net is there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Versus this kid is life or death. So I'm like, I think that kid should get it.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? It was a good conversation. I'm not saying that throwing her bus. I think like we talked about it.
A lot of people don't think that way.
Yeah.
They think like they equally deserved it. Like they got offered it.
Right.
Why can't they take that?
Yeah.
But you know.
So that's why I was saying like it's so on that end she also is getting the short end of the stick because she's not being privileged. Because she also doesn't qualify for like she might not qualify for like financial aid or whatever. So it's like she's also getting the short end of the stick because she's working. She could be working just as hard as that student.
Mm-hmm.
And just because she has a safety net, she now cannot get.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there is a level of
definitely
you are getting screwed some way. But if we look at the severity of the situation and like who deserves the money, I don't even want to say deserve because I feel like if they work in the same way,
it's not about
right.
It's not about who deserves. It's about how can we help. Like how can they help? Who can they help more?
Right.
And at that point, it becomes they can help the kid who is in need of it more than the kid who doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, they have a safety net. Like this kid has no safety net if he doesn't. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
And I guess as a business, you could also be like, well, the risk is he doesn't have like if something falls through. So like, say if you're like a college athlete, like your grades aren't stupendous, but like let's say your scholarship falls through, and you lose the money that was. That's the thing about scholarships, bro. That's kind of like
right.
That's a tricky. I get it on the school's end too, because you can't just be like,
yeah, you don't get no free ride, bro. We giving you this money, but you gotta perform to keep it. You gotta keep a 2.5 or 2.8 or whatever the requirements is. Like you gonna have to keep that joint.
Can he get
above?
Can he get like adjusted tuition or something? Like if he gotta pay, like I do feel bad for people who like they're like if you have to rely on your whole body for like. For example, let's say like you're low income and your sports.
Yeah, like my brothers played football.
It's like that's crazy. Again, there's a business side to it where I guess it makes sense or whatever. I get, but just the human in me, I guess, is speaking, which often isn't realistic. But the human in me is saying like, for this 18-year-old kid to have been riding his whole future on his
athletic ability,
jump shot, and like, so for example, let's say you got hurt, you broke your leg or whatever happened to you, tore ACL, right? And like. Let's say like now the school won't pay for him. Now he's back in the situation where he was poverty, all the bad influences, all because his leg on a jump stop popped. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, on an 18-year-old kid, bro, like
it's crazy.
That's a lot, yeah. And the thing is, it's a lot too because they don't realize how much school costs. So they don't even realize, I guess, maybe how much like I'm not paying by being an athlete. You know what I mean? And boom. That's rough, man.
I don't know if I could be a student athlete.
Y'all can do it.
We could not do it?
Y'all can do it. Steve, you definitely could have done it. I'm speaking that because I know you play sports. Tori, I don't know if you play any sports.
I used to, in high school, but like I didn't take them like serious or anything.
Probably could have been a collegiate athlete too. All it takes is a little bit of hard work, man.
It does.
I agree. I don't agree all the way, but
shit, I'm ready to walk on for ASU.
You feel me? B's been said that.
Yeah. Hey, yo, Ivan, bro, you trying to ball when you come out here, you feel me? Because I'm trying to learn how to do the that joint you did inside that video, you feel me?
For certainly.
I got to show the video of you playing basketball at LA Fitness with me, you, and the Goose.
I seen that joint. That joint hilarious.
Can't nobody, bro, niggas better ask about me and ball, you feel me?
Bees was still playing in PY in that joint.
Hey, yo, speaking of PY too, so like, but niggas used to be mad as hell in school because like we used to always win the championship because of you and JJ.
Straight
now you used to always talk shit. Like, y'all won the championship, but did y'all? They used to be like, Bees, you ain't even play.
Yeah.
But I won the championship. Did y'all?
Hey, you get a ring.
You
Everybody
feel
gets
me?
a ring.
Ring me.
Everybody gets a ring.
Fuck is they talking about, bees?
I think
It's a
I'm
good
gonna put,
feeling.
who didn't have? I think Ivan. And you don't.
I don't.
Ivan.
I still don't.
It's time for gem jar.
Bees, do you
Bees, you
have
got
your
a gem?
gem?
My gym. I do. Yeah, I got a gym.
What is it?
I would probably say a gym would be then. Nah. Nah, cause I said that the other week.
You
Let
want
me
me?
think
You
real
want
quick.
me to
Hold
go
on.
first?
Yeah, bro. Go
All
for
right.
it.
We should also probably like. I feel like we should. Like everyone should try to do their part, I guess. But I guess if we have like 2 gems, I feel like that's enough.
Yeah.
Like I said, like say if me and Tori had a gem, but y'all didn't, I feel like
That's
that
cool.
would complete
Right.
the segment. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's all right. What's
We'll
your
figure it
gem,
out.
Stevie?
My gem,
Mm-hmm.
and I know because it cost me a bet.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
So, my beautiful dog Zoe, when I got her, I was told that my dog was a shepherd mix.
Yeah.
It was my first adopting experience on my own. It was my first adoption anyway, period. Okay, so if you tell me I'm getting a fucking shepherd mix, I think I'm getting a fucking shepherd mix. That's the end of the story.
Yeah.
After living with Zoe and getting to know her personality, and like, it's funny because like in my head, a shepherd dog is just like a noble dog. So I feel like I just had a noble dog. I was just like, clearly an idiot, but like,
don't
and I was
hate on
like, yeah, I got a
Zoe.
shepherd mix. Like, what kind of dog you got? A shepherd mix. She's a shepherd, you know.
I mean,
Aggressive, can kill you if she wants.
she
you know?
does this.
Yeah, shepherd. Come to find out, I was lying to these people when I was saying that. So, Bree one day decided to challenge me and was like, I don't think she's a shepherd. Randomly as hell. Like, it wasn't like a build. It was like, I don't think she's a shepherd mix. I was like, nah, that's not true. I got the paperwork. She's a shepherd mix. She was like, yeah, but like,
No.
like, I don't think she's a shepherd mix. I'm like, I got the paperwork in the kitchen. She's a shepherd mix. I got it on paper. Da, 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 da. She was like, but they don't even really be like, how do you know they're even testing the dog, like
They
their
don't.
DNA? So I'm like, all right. So now I'm deep enough into the argument where there's no turning back.
Mm-hmm.
You said she's a fucking shepherd mix. You will die on that hill. You need to prove that dog is a shepherd mix. She is challenging you, and you need to be right.
Right.
So she's a fucking shepherd mix. She was like, I'm going to get a DNA test. So you know what? You get a DNA test. And when
That's
you
my
get
girl.
it, let's put a bet on it. You know what I mean? Let's get a fucking DNA test. So low key, I'm waiting for it. So she signs it. So I usually take Zoe to the vet, but I think this one time when she decided to do it, she took Zoe to the vet. So she signed it up, but I guess she put it under my information, so like I was getting all the notifications.
Mm-hmm.
So it says it's gonna take like 6 weeks. I'm like, God damn, like, like, so I think it took less than 6 weeks. But the other day we were sitting here and I got a notification from XYZ saying your results are in. Zoe, so I'm like, yeah. So I'm not gonna say nothing yet, because so Bree's like where you're at, and I'm sitting here like facing this way. And I'm like, I'm not gonna say nothing yet. I'm just gonna open it. I'm gonna wait till I'm right.
I'm gonna wait till I'm right.
Shot that bitch. I'm gonna turn around with a crazy catch.
And how did
catch
you
bar.
feel?
Lesser of a man.
Lesser
of a man.
Yeah, definitely.
So come to find out, they don't do any fucking DNA testing when they rescue these dogs. They literally eyeball your fucking dog and say that's a pit bull and that's what your dog is. I'm like, bro, y'all feeding me this false information. I'm losing bets in my own household, like we running a circus in here.
Right.
You feel me? Like, bro, I was bamboozled.
So what is my dear Zoe?
Zoe is come to find out 0% shepherd. There's nothing shepherd about her. Come to find out,
Nothing.
she is a American staff whatever, which is a fucking pit bull.
Mm-hmm.
Which I probably shouldn't say because I don't think I'm allowed to have that. It's complex. I'm not. We lied about. That's another story. We lied about her.
Whatever.
We've been lying about. There's been a lot of lies about Zoe's identity for a long time that just came out. Yeah.
It's fine.
This is a really long gem jar.
Neither
I just have to
here nor
say, when you get a dog, also that place, I'm going to say this place because fuck this place. Animal Adoption Shelter, I think it's called, in Lindenwold. I think it's called Animal, whatever. Don't fucking go there. Fuck that place. I will take that to my grave. Fuck you. I don't want to talk to you
Fuck
ever.
that. I'm riding for my
You
bro.
told me, not only did you tell me my dog was a shepherd that wasn't a fucking shepherd, you told me my dog did not have heartworm, and she
And
did have
she
heartworm.
Yeah, that's
Shout out
Which
to
is
Zoe
1,000,
because
which is a
she's still here with us.
Yeah, shout out Zoe. She's a trooper. Yeah, she had a rough summer.
She did.
neighbor.
She had a
Yeah,
really
that's
rough summer.
good.
Yeah. But yeah, so fuck that place. They lied about everything about my dog. I'm not that mad about the DNA, but don't tell me my dog's not sick and my dog is sick.
Yeah, what?
And then they wouldn't pay. They fought us on
Paying for
paying
it.
it, and we were willing to like take it as far as it had to go because it was literally like it cost thousands of
Right.
dollars, and literally we like it happened while we were moving, and like I just fell off, and then like whatever.
So much.
Yeah, but So I say that to say, when you first get a dog, if you don't, most people don't care that much about the DNA. It's like to like really know it that much. But when you first get a dog, you have a foster option where like you get it for 2 weeks, and it's like kind of like you're deciding if you want it.
If you want it, yeah.
In that 2 weeks, go to a doctor and just get medical information. Everything done. Don't trust the adoption center that said that they whatever. So do that. So I say that to say, foster first because you're liable for it only for that 2 week span or however long it is. So you can decide to bring it back and be like, I don't want it. So find out as soon as you get it, like the next day, bro. Go find out what's wrong with that dog. What's up with it, and decide then if you want it. Because I can truly say that without knowing Zoe, when I went there and said, like, you can have this dog, but she has heartworm and it costs this much money, I'd be like, put her back.
Right.
Without having known her now and loving her.
You love her now.
I'd be like, that's not happening.
Yeah.
So
good gem.
That's my gem. Yeah.
Yeah, that's solid, Steve.
I didn't think I had a couple gems, but I actually do got a couple gems. So I'm gonna go with. Did you know that elephants are pregnant for 2 years?
What?
Isn't that a long time? Up to 2 years, like 22 months. Ain't
That's
that crazy?
I always wonder about like an animal's like pregnancy and like what are the things that they do to because it's kind of hard to picture pregnancy in totality, like from start to finish, from an animal perspective.
Yeah.
When you think about pregnancy in that length, it's like usually like a human that you're.
Well, because it's like kind of hard to be like, oh yeah, like they don't have emotions, but like they do. It's not the same as us, but like kind of like elephants, they grieve the loss of others. So like when like not even like if somebody dies, but like if somebody gets lost from their pack, like they literally like they feel that person's animal's presence is no longer there. Like and elephants, they can be heartbroken.
Really?
Like people.
I don't doubt that. Yeah.
Yeah, they're very emotional animals.
Do you believe? No doubt. So here's why I don't believe that sex was made for
people
for only reproductive purposes.
Right.
Bro, so dogs can be homosexual. I don't know if you know that. I don't know if they know. I don't know if they know this homosexual more than they just like hump things.
Right. Oh.
And if it's a girl, jackpot, and if not,
right. They just be horny.
Yeah. But that just goes to show you, like, they're not trying to reproduce. They're just trying to like get something. Bro, I used to live in a duplex with my boy Mark, shout out Mark, rhetorical Mark on Instagram. Bro, we lived in a duplex and we lived.
Where the story going?
Yeah, like what, bro? I was like, this is not supposed to be happening, bro.
Wait,
all
right,
what? So we lived in a duplex and we lived next to his sisters, and his sisters had 2 big ass pit bulls.
Okay.
Who are male.
Both of them.
Correct.
Okay.
Bro, one day, so we shared a backyard, obviously, and one day I'm in the house and I hear a dog like squealing like they're in pain. I'm like, what? This is before Zoe. This is pre-Zoe.
Yo, what?
I go in the back. I have a video on my phone. I'll literally show you right now. I was so out of my mind.
The
dog is fucking the other dog.
I don't want to see that.
He's like raping him, literally. Like he's like the other dog's trying to get away.
That's kind of like how sex goes with dogs. Have you ever seen dogs have sex?
No. But here's the thing, though. Like, yes, I have. So like, it's usually forceful, right?
It's very forceful.
You recorded. You ain't even trying to break it up, bro. Like,
right.
First of all, his dogs are ginormous and scary. His sister's dog. So that wasn't happening. If that dog died, I would have watched it.
Bro, you should have called Mark. That's crazy.
I did call Mark. I literally went in the group chat. You were there. I went in the group chat. Bro, I literally, bro. I can literally probably find the text message, bro. I literally was watching it because I live with Mark, but he wasn't home. So I'm watching it, and I went in the group chat like, Mark, your dog is raping the other one. And I took a video and was like watching it. Like, you feel me? But I had to say, like, obviously they're not reproducing.
Yeah, it was just like.
You know what I'm saying? So like, so that whole argument about sex is meant to reproduce, out the window.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. Because you may not know this, but two males cannot reproduce.
Yeah, I didn't know that. So you learn something new every day. Thank you for that. That was my gem, right?
Yeah, got all gems today.
Definitely.
all animal based.
Yeah, you feel me? My gem, the gem I got is like if y'all ever having some stomach pains, you eat some lemon seeds.
Lemon seeds?
Bro,
yeah, lemon seeds.
Everybody know.
Directly take that away.
Everybody know.
I didn't know that.
No, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Everybody knows. If your stomach hurting, you drink ginger ale, bro.
Oh, that's facts. Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah, ginger ale.
100%.
Everybody.
Yeah,
that's
100%.
the cure.
That's true.
I be getting mad because ginger ale was always like a magic potion at one point in time.
It still is.
And Bree drinks it like it's water. So
Oh.
now it's losing its potency. 'Cause, like,
Oh no.
I'm not seeing it as
Yeah,
the drug
no,
that
it-
it once was because
Nah, you
I'm
gotta
now
get the
taking it
ginger
recreationally.
bold, bro.
Wait, I
That shit
love
hit harder
lemons.
than Henny.
Thank you for that, Jim.
Yeah, just straight eat the lemon seeds for real. Cause like for
Just
example,
swallow
like in the
them?
morning time, like
Yeah,
my
because
stomach.
I actually do.
Nah.
I have
You gotta bite the
gastritis,
seed
and it's
open.
not fun.
Yeah,
How do you
I
just
so,
bite
gotta.
the seed
Huh?
open or whatever.
That's like acid reflux, right?
so how? What
Yeah.
I'm asking is like, so I'm picturing the little seed that's in the lemon, like in the middle of a lemon.
You eat it.
You just
Alright.
eat it. That's what I'm saying.
So for
Just
example, you
swallow
take
it.
the lemon, you
Like,
cut it in half, bro. You squeeze it, all the lemon, like the little seeds up. It's probably gonna be like 8 seeds in there. And then I always put like water, like a whole bottle of water, and I drink all the lemon water. And then like the seeds at the bottom, like I bite open, like if I was eating like sunflower seeds. But like the seeds,
Okay.
like the actual seed in the lemon water, like it takes like the inflammation down in your stomach and all of that, like
Nice.
naturally,
Yeah.
like
So
instantly too.
I don't get it. I'm less worried about the extraction of it more than I am how are you consuming it.
Bees,
You're
bees
biting
be,
it.
The
bees be
seed
fucking his
open.
neighbors up. He be on his
But
front
it's a little
step,
seed though. That's what I'm
just
saying. So
biting
are you
lemons,
swallowing like it's a pill?
No.
eating
Like,
lemons.
what? You're like biting a seed, like you eat.
You're just
Like
literally taking that
sunflower
seed and popping
seeds?
it if your stomach hurts. Is what I'm asking you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you're just
Okay, that's all I
consuming
wanted.
a seed, like you're eating it. Like
That's
you,
what I'm saying though. But I feel like he was decorating it, and I'm like, bro, if
Nah,
you're
he
just
was
eating a
being
seed, just say
extra. He's
decorate
like, I
it.
squeeze
You
it
know
in a
what I mean? Yeah, that's
cup.
what
I
I'm
put
saying.
some water in it.
Yeah, cause Steve gonna be like, "What you mean? Like, yeah, bro, you just put the yummy."
You know how something sounds so simple though that
Yeah.
you need like clarity.
But it was like,
oh,
yeah,
you quite
that was
literally
that.
just swallowed it. You know
Yeah,
what
no,
I'm
you
saying?
literally
Yeah,
just
yeah,
eat
yeah.
it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Crazy.
man, y'all
That
make
was
me
a good
insecure.
gem. That was a good gem.
Yeah, shout
Sorry,
out to you,
Stevie.
bees.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shout
make
out
me
to
insecure
everyone
right
on
now.
the podcast.
Word.
Wow.
Amazing team.
Okay, shout out to me.
Why are we saying that? Are we done?
I don't know, but that was a
Yeah,
good
about
closing
20
point.
I don't know.
20-ish.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
yeah.
We didn't talk that much about college, but still good work done. We need bees, you should know. We need I guess our listeners want to know this now too. We're going to start putting commercials, I guess, on here and like just advertisements for like local businesses.
Oh, so wait, so we still recording or not?
We are, but I
We
don't
are.
think it's threatening to the audio.
All right.
Our fans deserve
So
to know. what
remember-
goes on.
Can always be the
So
edited.
All right. So remember, probably like 2 months ago, I mentioned the fact to where like we can make profit by doing the commercial slots like in between like certain like segments or like in the beginning of like the
Mhm.
podcast. We can have like a slot for like 4 1-minute like commercials or whatever, and then put those out like probably after season 1 once everything was traction. And then I forgot what like I priced it out to be, but basically we will all be making like I think it was like $100 per like episode, like per advertisement or some shit like
Oh
that.
yeah, I remember
'Cause-
you saying that.
Oh, you're saying every episode gets a promo.
Yeah. So basically, for example, let's just say we have four 4-minute slots. So let's just say we have five 1-minute slots or whatever, and then we put like a campaign out there like, hey, you can fill one of these slots for the whole season for $500 or whatever, right? So now companies are like, the local people will come and they'll pay that
Right.
$500 to have their their commercial filled in, and also to be put on like our website.
Mhm.
So we can always make profit off of doing that. So basically, every episode we'll literally be making money for our time, and then as the popularity goes up, the price goes up with that advertising.
Right.
That's crazy.
All right, we're not
It's
gonna
like-
put
it's
that
like-
in
it's
our
like wholesale promo.
right. So we're gonna cut that out. Keep that for us.
Yeah, we'll cut that part out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as the commercial break. And we're back.
And we're back.
Final remarks, anyone? Don't go to college. It's not
Um,
for you.
Yeah, you can go if you want.
You can go. It's a
Yeah.
personal decision, honestly.
It was cool.
It was cool. That is
It
true.
wasn't. Yeah. You definitely meet great people. That's the best thing that I got from college.
That's so nice to say because we met in college.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
All right. So everybody
This Side of
stay
Jersey
safe.
podcast. Yeah, man.
This
I
side
gotta
of
go to the bathroom.
Jersey.
So, bro, it's crazy, bro. Yes, we can end this.
Bye.
Thanks for listening.